Karachi is a city located in Pakistan, and it is one big city that is either loved by many or hated by thousands, especially drivers during rush hour. It is a city that, for us here on FTD Facts, we are visiting for the first time because we don't know a lot about it. So what's up guys, my name is Dave Walpole and welcome to FTD Facts, the channel where we teach you guys about everything and everything around the world. Now, last week we talked about Dubai and people went crazy for it. And because of that, we've decided here on FTD Facts that maybe we shouldn't just look at cultures, countries, and peoples, but we should also look at the stories of the individual cities within those countries. And because of that, I thought maybe we should do a video on Karachi because it is a big city. And for me, not gonna lie, I didn't know a lot about it, so I had to do an extensive amount of research and learn more about this fantastic city. Now, also before we get in this video, I gotta ask you, what are your 3 favorite cities around the world? Mine would either be like New York, maybe, I don't really know, maybe Boston? Gosh, I have to really think about this one, but I want to know your favorites down there. Also, with that being said, for those who are new to the channel, just to let you guys know, we like to take a lot of recommendations for future fact videos. So if you guys got a recommendation for a city or a country for us to do, or an institution, let us know down there in the comments below. So let's start off with the obvious. Karachi is a huge city. It's a mega big city, and it is a city with the biggest population in all of Pakistan. Karachi, as of 2016, has approximately 24 million people living in the city, making it the second most populous city next to Shanghai. Now, to be honest, this 24 million is pretty much speculation because they haven't done a census since 1997. However, there is plans to have a new census taken this year in 2017, and although it is the quote-unquote second largest city in the world, do not confuse this with the largest agglomeration cities, which is a collection of cities to be under one city. And if we were talking about agglomerations, it would sit at 5th in the world. Now, the size of Karachi is big. It's got a big landmass. Currently, Karachi sits at 3,537 kilometers square, making it about 4.5 times bigger than New York City, which is good because New York City is one crowded city for a small area. But when we think of countries, institutions, and even cities, we wonder, where do they get their names from? It is thought that Karachi was founded in 1729, and at that time it was named Kalachi, which is named after a female fisherman named Mai Kalachi, who is one of the people that helped build the community around the area. Now, in 2014, it was estimated that Karachi collects alone over 1/3 of the entire tax of Pakistan. And that is from one city alone. Isn't that insane? This makes Karachi being worth an estimated $113 billion as of 2014. And since then, it's probably gone up because real estate has gone up. Now, within the city, it is made up of 6 different districts. Now, originally there were only 5 districts, being called Karachi South, East, West, Central, and Malair. But in 2013, they split up the East District and added in Korangi. In 1947, during the partition of Pakistan and India, Karachi already had 400,000 people already living in it, and it was the largest city in the Sindh province. And at that time, it was named the capital of Pakistan until it was moved to Rawalpindi in 1958, which then in turn, in August of 1967, moved to Islamabad. Now, Karachi's also got 3 airports, one of which is international, and that is the Jinnah International Airport, which is the busiest airport in all of Pakistan, having over 6.2 million flyers a year. Now, one downside, which a lot of people have talked about, is the crime of Karachi. Now, obviously, with it being a bigger city, the homicide rate is obviously larger. However, a study in 2015 discovered that there were only 12.5 homicides per 100,000 people, making it far lower than places like Acapulco, Venezuela, or even some American cities like St. Louis or New Orleans. And since then, Karachi has introduced higher security measures, which is starting to make the place a lot more safe. Karachi is also home to many protected sites that are on or considered on the list for the UNESCO Heritage Sites, and 6 of them on this list are considered national monuments, such as the beautiful Mazar-e Quad, which is the tomb and final resting place of Pakistan's founder, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And let's not forget the Chikandi tomb, which is the burial ground for the Jokio tribe, which was built somewhere between the 15th and 18th century. But what makes Karachi interesting is it has 350 protected sites all around the city. Now, speaking of heritage sites, you will notice that in certain areas there are colonial era buildings, such as the Governor's House, the Lady Dufferin Hospital, and the reason for this is because when Britain was in rule, they only really invested in areas that was called the New City, versus building in an area they called the Old Town. But interesting enough, by the 1960s, Karachi was known as an economic model for most cities around the world. Cities like Seoul in North Korea modeled 5-year development plans around this city. But like most cities, officials get occupied in squabbling over small debates that it has made the city degrade over the years. And you know what, for our last fact, how about this? Did you know that Karachi is one of the most inexpensive cities to live in? Which I think is pretty surprising for the amount of population it has. But just because it's inexpensive doesn't mean you're living life terribly, as Karachi has an amazing art scene and multiple music festivals, and of course some of Pakistan's greatest museums and universities. And like I said earlier, due to the fact of their improved security force, a lot of businesses, restaurants, and cafes are overflowing throughout the city. So there you have it, guys. My name's Dave Walpole, and it's been awesome learning about new culture and a new place on the world. I didn't know a lot about Karachi, but it's fascinating to know. So thanks for joining me here on FTD Facts. Remember that we are a channel that love to get input from all of you. So if you have any suggestions for a future FTD Facts video, put it down there because we are going to look into it. And also, guys, be sure to send us video if you guys would like to be in an FTD Facts video, because when we talk about those countries and we talk about these cities, if you live there and you send us a photo of you in that city, or better yet, if you send us a video, we're going to try to put it in our own videos. I feel like I said videos way too many times. So if you got a video, send us the link, or if you got us a photo, send it to ftdfacts@gmail.com. We always look forward to hearing from you guys and being one with our awesome community. And if we miss some facts, be sure to put it down there in the comments below, because we might revisit this amazing city. A city that is going to great lengths to fix its level of crime, water, and housing issues. It is a place where people are continually striving for a better and stronger future. A future filled with art, opportunity, and equality for its citizens.